Hello and welcome to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. We'll be bringing you live coverage of the MotoGP race in just a few minutes. As you can tell from the footage we're broadcasting from the track, we're looking forward to great weather for the race. We are moving now to the starting grid, where the MotoGP riders are ready to start the race. Tension is sky high, but these guys are seasoned pros, able to withstand any kind of pressure.
Hello and welcome to another video, and today, as you can see, we are back on MotoGP 18 once again for another episode of the 2019 Mod Cal Crutchlow Championship, and we are here at round 7 for the Catalan GP. So if we have a look at the championship, going out of Mugello, we extended our lead to 55 points ahead of Dovi, who retook second place ahead of Vinales, who's 57 points behind us. Marquez was 4th, he's 68 points behind us. And Rossi is 5th, 77 behind. So, yeah, Rossi's 20 points behind Vinales now, so it's getting a bit dire for him. He's not had the best start so far, because we actually have over double his points, so it's not too good for him. But in the Constructors' Championship as well, we, well, Honda have a 49-point lead to Yamaha, so that's a pretty substantial lead. And there's only 2 points in it between Yamaha and Ducati. Suzuki are quite a bit further behind. They're about 38 points behind Ducati. In fact, I think they're exactly 38 points behind Ducati. KTM, again, they're about another 16 off. And Aprilia 19 away from KTM. So they're pretty... they're quite far away from each other. Only Yamaha and Ducati are really close. But then on the Teams Championship, Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP lead with 166 points. We are in second, LCR Honda Castrol with 150 points, 16 away. Third is Mission Winner Ducati, they're 24 points off of Monster Energy Yamaha. Fourth for Repsol Honda, they are 39 points off of Yamaha. Fifth is Suzuki, and they're 74 points off. Pramac is 6th, 102 off. And KTM are only Red Bull Factory KTM are only 2 points away from Pramac in 7th position in the championship, so spicing up a bit there. But we're going to try and take the lead away from the two Yamahas, because we're only a few points behind, and there is only me in this team as well. Remember.
Just a few moments to go, and the Catalan Grand Prix will officially begin. Riders are getting focused because they know that they'll have to give 100% from the very beginning.
Yes, we will have to give 100% from the very beginning. Not my strongest track. I haven't played the game for a few days, so we've got the lights on. Hopefully we can have a good race. Lights out and away we go. Off the start. Not too bad. Nakagami has got a bit away from us, so we're trying to pull alongside him, but you can see we're close on the siren as well, being sort of sandwiched a little bit between the two of them. So may I break into a heavy bit of contact to Kyle Abraham there. Hit the brakes for turn 1. A few riders go around the outside. In fact, we're back down just ahead of Nakagami now. Siren got back through. Nakagami's trying to go around the inside, but we've gone up quite around the outside, quite a few riders there. Morbidelli's trying to come back at us once again. We're up into 16th position now, trying to get the inside of Tito Rabat. Tito Rabat, almost a bit of contact with him there, but into 15th position we go after the first 3 corners. Pretty good start there. Into 4, Mir is attacking Quartararo, and he's got the move done completely. We couldn't quite get the inside of Quartararo there, so we are going to have to stay in 15th for now. Trying to go around the outside through turn 5, pretty scary corner, but you can get a pretty nice exit off it. But that's exactly what we've done. So we pull alongside Quartararo, past Espargaro on the grass a little bit, trying to get the inside of Bagnaia there. So we didn't really get all the positions we could have done. 2 TV3 there, holding us up quite a bit there. Jean-Mir is now ahead of us as well, no, instead of Bagnaia, but he's gone at the inside of Bagnaia, so Bagnaia is going to be back ahead of us. No, yes, so Bagnaia has now dropped into 12th position. We're trying to get the slipstream on Bagnaia down towards turn 10, the corner where the AI are pretty strong. We've ran quite hot in there, into like Kea, I don't know, but we lost a couple of places. Oh, big crash for Patrici there, so we've passed Quartararo and Espargaro, but this is on board with the Petrucci crash, so we went completely off the circuit, come back on, and he hits, I think it was Miller he hit there, on board with Quartararo from another point of view. You can see Petrucci's gone wide, he's come back on, he has hit Miller, and there's me going around on the outside. And we're now on board with Miller, I believe. Yeah, in fact we are on board with Miller, because I just saw Bagnaia in this shot. And you can see he comes out of nowhere and just clips him, and down he went. Now looking on board from Jean-Mir, because another pretty good shot, because obviously he was next to Miller. You can see Petrucci there, they both got the track together, they had a bit of contact, and you can see he's down. So unfortunate way to end the race for Petrucci, well not end the race, but basically ruin his race for Petrucci there. But it did give us a couple of positions. We are back up to the 12th now, behind Jack Miller and Jean Mir, who's obviously behind Bagnaia. Obviously we were trying to pass Bagnaia early on in the lap, we couldn't quite do it, but through the last corner now, trying to get a good exit, pulling alongside Jack Miller, pull towards the line. We are it's mostly past Miller. Miller's coming back with the power though, he's coming flying back past. We have to try and outbrake him with turn 1. Hitting the brakes to hit the brakes a bit early because we've definitely hit some AI. The rear snaps and we go so wide. It's turn 1. That's going to allow Miller back through. Miller is back through now, so we're down to 12th position again. Trying to go around the outside of Miller. Up the inside to turn 3, but he's not letting us have it easy. He's trying to run it around the outside. With probably a bit of a better line on the outside there, and he's kept the position. In fact, he's kept the position, but he's gone a bit too wide on the exit, and so we go up into 11th position once again. So, in fact, we're behind Jean Mir through the same corner we were behind him last lap, so we've sort of made the same amount of progress he has in a lap. We're still behind Bagnaia as well in the same section, but Jean Mir goes between Bagnaia and Iannone. Pretty good move there, but another good exit off turn 5 past Iannone, past Mir. Gets us a bit of a screen freeze there, trying to go around the side of Bagnaia, hitting the brakes really late. We're close to the Rins a lot. Well, these side of Rins and Lorenzo on the exit of that corner as well. We're sort of in the middle, bit of contact with Rins. We're up to 6th position now. So that was a really surprising move. Wasn't expecting to make that. We're coming out of turn 9 now. We've got a good run compared to Vinales. Past Vinales now. We're going to try and go around the outside of Zarco on the brakes. Hitting the brakes, Zarco. We go around the outside of Zarco. We've ran a little bit hot though. You can see a couple of riders go wide, bit of contact with Rins. We have to go off the circuit there because Rins hit into us. Lorenzo's trying to go to the inside, but we stayed in front of Lorenzo, so we stay in P6. We drop back down from 4th to 6th place. But crash for Quartararo in the background, but on the inside of Zarco now, up into 5th position to go into the penultimate turn. And we're on board with Quartararo now to see what happened with him. And he goes wide, and you can see Mir's weaving all over the place. A bit of contact, Mir crashes, and they both go off into the gravel, and he crashes too. So we're going to now watch it on board from Quartararo. So we're watching it from behind him, now watching from aboard. So you see Mir comes on the circuit. Mir then tries to flick the bike back over, takes him out with him because he crashes and then sort of drags them both wide, and it's on board with Iannone. So he also runs a little bit off the circuit. You can see Mir goes such a weird line, and they both just go skittling off into the gravel there. But we're now back on board with me, so we're behind Maverick and Vinales once again. Coming into the last corner, we can't quite get the inside of him there. A bit of contact on the curb, trying to cut up the inside of Vinales. We couldn't quite do it there. I took a weird slow line through there. That towards the line. So we have just done 6/10 quicker than Marquez there, but we're alongside Vinales now, hitting the brakes for this corner. But it looks like we're snapping, and we're going to go to Rossi, so we have to let off the brakes to go wide. The bike started to snap out once again. Now, I didn't want to hit Valentino, so I let off the brakes, and now we sat the bike up. We just let Vinales go back through as well, just to be safe. Don't want to be gaining any unfair advantage here. It's AI already at a massive disadvantage as it is. Running through turn 3 now. And we're going to have an attack of Vinales into 4. Quite late on the brakes, letting off the brakes, back on the brakes once again. Up the inside of Vinales. Vinales is trying to get back up the inside. We're going to run the long way round. I think he might actually be able to get the position back. He has. He's back up into 4th place. We're going once again into turn 5. Probably not a good place to make a move. It's quite difficult to do it there. And Vinales back up the inside, trying to get the cut back now. Alongside Vinales up into 4th place. You can see at the top right now we have got the position ahead of him. And Valentino is the rider in front. We tried to go the inside there, but we're just a little too far behind, so we couldn't quite do anything. Almost a bit of contact Valentino there, but we're going to have an attack into turn 9. Up the inside into turn 9. We've got the position ahead of Rossi now, but Rossi's trying to run the long way round, but he can't quite do it. He had the better line, but he couldn't quite get around the outside, so we're hitting the brakes. Rossi's gone flying back up the inside now, so he takes that 3rd position back once again, but he hits the inside curb. That's how to get a bit of a cut back on a bit of a wheelie, and now we go through in turn 11. We've ran a bit wide through turn 12. Is that going to allow Valentino to try and come back through again? He's trying to come back through, a bit of contact Valentino, and we've run really well, ran on a road, and Rossi's back up the inside once again. So we've been battling with him for about half a lap now. Through the penultimate turn, we go towards the last corner, up the inside, into the last corner we go. And we are back ahead of Valentino Rossi now. And I think it looks like we've got the move done for once. So about to start lap 4, and we're still not in the lead of the race yet. So 4/10 behind Andrea Dovizioso. Hit the brakes for turn 1. The bike didn't snap out this time, so we managed to get a lot of time on Dovizioso through turn 1, flicking the bike over. Straight on the throttle, nice and early, round the outside of Dovi. Like as if he's standing still, up into 2nd position. Now Marquez is the target. Dovi comes back on the inside. Dovi comes flying back on the inside through turn 3. Trying to run round the outside of Dovi. Can we get the position? We've got it back. We're approaching turn 4 now. There's a crash for Morbidelli as well, but we ran really wide through turn 4. Is that going to allow Dovi to go back on the inside? But no, we keep the position. So Marquez is now the target as we're going towards turn 5, hitting the brakes. But we are on board with Morbidelli now. He's braking for turn 1. You can see the front just comes out from underneath him, and down he went. So back with us once again. A bit more of a basic crash there for Morbidelli. We have now got a bit of a gap to bridge. Sorry, I just hit with my hand there. Didn't mean to do that. We've got a bit of a gap to bridge. 8/10 now to Marquez. That's gone down pretty quick, and we can see visibly that we're gaining on him through turn 8. Turn 5, turn 7 is one of the corners you can gain a lot on. through turn 9. We've gone a bit wide, so we're trying to get the throttle as much as we can. Couldn't quite do it perfectly there. Nakagami and Siren have a little bit of a battle. They hit the brakes for turn 10. Once again, we actually are making inroads on him, which is surprising. We have run a bit wide though, so I guess that's kind of what happened. We are now 4 tenths behind him rather than 8, so we've half the gap again. And through turn 12, we're all over the back of him now. Probably another section where the AI are pretty weak. Coming out of turn 12, we'll see where Valentino managed to get the run on us last time through the penultimate turn. Not quite got the grip to really push the front end into these corners. So if you look on the indicator, they are about half gone now. They're through the last corner on the throttle nice and early. Try to get the better exit than Marquez, and we have a little bit. We're in the slipstream now. We're cut up towards the line. So it's 35.8. That's the fastest lap of the race so far. We've gone flying past Marquez. Moved over in front of him, hitting the brakes now for turn 1. And the rear snapped a little bit again, and we just sort of messed up the brakes there. We ran really wide. That's how Marquez to take the lead back once again. So now we're back into second position behind Marc Marquez. So it's Honda versus Honda. This is going to turn into a battle of the ages here. 1.5 seconds to not Valentino, Andrea Dovizioso. Not quite sure why I know he said Valentino there, but me and Mark are safe to him. Petrucci passes Nakagami, but that's just for the wooden spoon really. Trying to get the inside of Marquez, but we couldn't quite do it. Approaching turn 5 now, Marquez still has the line, and we're going to try and get a better exit than him. We've not really taken the best line to get a better exit, but he has got a bit of a poor exit on the curb. We're going to go to the outside of turn 6, hit the brakes for turn 7 around the outside, and we've finally got the lead back halfway around lap 5. So it's taken us a long time to get into the lead of this race. We have finally done it. So through turn 9 now, under the movie star sign, or movie star, not actually sure how it's pronounced. But you can see Mark is still there, so if he tries to have a go into turn 10, he probably could, and he's close right, so he goes round the outside. In fact, he took the lead once again there, because you saw it on the overtake indicator there at the bottom right and in the top right. Obviously the position changed, which is what I was going to say, but I saw that the overtake thing had come up as well. So yeah, pretty good move. Well, not a good move, but you know, Marquez still was not trying to give in there. But we have gained a little bit through this fourth sector. But coming out the last corner now, in fact we've messed up the last corner quite a bit. So still got a bit of a race on our hands here. Mark is not too far behind, so if we make any more mistakes, we've only got 4 tenths lead to him. So we lead Mark 2nd, Dovi 3rd, Rossi 4th, Vinales 5th, Sarko 6th, Lorenzo 7th, Rins 8th, Bagnaia 9th, and Iannone in 10th position. We go through turn 1 now. Zarco has now been overtaken by Lorenzo. Petrucci and has now got into the points, passing Oliveira. We've now got an 8/10 lead to Marquez, so we have doubled it again, but the rear is coming around a bit. You can see the rear tyre is really starting to go. It's a good job we did just get into the lead, because otherwise I think it would be a bit of a struggle to catch Mark if we had to catch him at this stage of the race. And Lorenzo and Zarco still having a bit of a battle, 3rd and behind, but through turn 4, trying to get on the throttle. You can see the rear is sliding quite a bit there into turn 5. Once again, going to try and get it. You can see the proximity arrows there, so he's still not that far behind. Out of turn 5, down to, well, through turn 6, hit the brakes to turn 7, got 9/10 lead over Marquez now, so we're pretty safe as long as we don't make any mistakes. Using the, exceeding the track limits a little bit there, through turn 8, good job we didn't get a penalty for it or anything. Through turn 9, trying to get on the throttle once again. You can see the rear is sliding, but I am still sort of being quite aggressive with the throttle here, so I was kind of pushing my luck a bit. Hitting the brakes for turn 10, another pretty tricky corner. Marquez 1.2 seconds behind us now through Lacaya, I don't actually know how it's pronounced, over turn 11, over the turn 11 curb. And Lorenzo and Zarco still having a bit of a battle over 6th place there, but Rins has now mugged Zarco as well. And yeah, in fact, it's just said he's done it twice. Through turn 13 now, coming down towards the final corner, the Catalunya corner, turn 14. And out of the last corner we go, and almost losing the rear once again, but towards the line, we're going to win. It's going to be 7 from 7 in 2019. For Cal Crutchlow, so absolutely running away with his championship so far, but it was a bit more of a close race in this one.
Complete their victory lap and return to the Parc Ferme. Let's take a look at the final ranking of today's race.
So in the end then, we won by 1.4 seconds to Marquez. We did manage to extend that lead in the last couple of sectors. Dovi managed to secure 3rd there, 3.6 seconds behind, so me and Marquez were sort of in the league of our own there. Rossi manages to beat his teammate Vinales, which is something he definitely needed to do after being 20 points behind in this race. So Vinales obviously finished 5th. Rins managed to get up to 6th in the end, so he managed to mug both Zarco and Lorenzo on that last lap. Lorenzo obviously 8th and Zarco 9th. Iannone ended up 10th, so it was a pretty close race. You can see here he was only 9.8 seconds behind me, the winner. But if you look at the fastest laps, I had a solid 1.1 seconds over Marquez. But 10th place for Mir, 11th for Miller, 12th for his teammate Bagnaia. So a pretty good race for Bagnaia there compared to his teammate. 13th for Paul Espargaro. Despite the crash, Fabio Quartararo still got 14th, so pretty good position there for him. Tito Rabat ended at 15th. And Petrucci managed to lose that 15th back down to 16th again. Oliveira 17th, our teammate Nakagami 18th, 19th for Hafi Siren, 20th for Karel Abraham, 21st for Aleix Espargaro, and after that crash, 24 seconds behind the win, Franco Morbidelli came last position. But now we have extended our lead in the championship to 64 points ahead of Andrea Dovizioso, so we are absolutely waltzing away in this championship now. Vinales stays 3rd, Marquez stays 4th, Rossi stays 5th but closes up on Vinales, obviously so does Marquez as well. 6th place still for Mir, 7th for Miller, and Lorenzo moves up yet another position in this episode. Same with Zarco, so they both move up. Petrucci moves down 3 positions. Rins also moved up 1. Iannone stayed 12th there as Pol Espargaro 13th, Francesco Banai 14th, 15th for Tito Rabat, 16th for Quartararo, 5 points. 170 behind, so he's struggling a little bit with his first season in the Yamaha, but I think he is doing a bit better than his teammate. I think Morbidelli is still yet to score, so we are going to the next page now. Yes, so Oliveira with 2 points, Aleix Espargaro with 1 point, and the non-scorers so far are Morbidelli, Siren, Nakagami, and Abraham in 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd place. But we have got to change the constructors. We continue to extend our lead to 60 points now. But over Ducati now, they've taken the lead. Well, taking second off Yamaha by 1 point. So Yamaha down to 3rd now. Suzuki stayed 4th. 5th place still for KTM, and Aprilia in 6th place. Now 20 points between those two manufacturers there instead of 19. And I think Suzuki have probably continued to increase their lead over KTM as well. So other than 2nd and 3rd, the gap seems to be getting bigger and bigger in the Manufacturers' Championship. But yeah, it's good for Ducati to be able to take that position off Yamaha. But we have closed up, I think it's by only 1 point there to Yamaha, who obviously continue to stay at the lead of the table with 15 points behind now. Mission winner Ducati stay 3rd place. In fact, it doesn't look like there's any changes in this table so far. So 4th for Repsol Honda, 5th for Suzuki, 6th for Armour Pramac Racing, 7th for Red Bull KTM Factory Racing, 8th for Aprilia, 9th for Raya Lavintia, 10th for Petronas Yamaha, 11th for Red Bull KTM Tech 3, and the only team still yet to score a point, LCR Idemitsu with Takaki Nakagami. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Championship. It was a pretty good race, because it did take me quite a while to get through the pack. So yeah, I quite enjoyed racing it. But I hope you did enjoy the video, as I said. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next one.
You can't deny that these riders were on another level.